Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is how Kurt proposed to me. So Kurt and I have been together for 10 years coming up this July, so quite a while for how old we are. Yeah, so we've been together since we were in school. So we moved out of home together when we were about 20 years old. We bought a block of land at 19, and I have got a video coming on this as well. It has been requested by a lovely lady, so I will definitely do a video on how we purchased our house and how we built a house and things that we had to do behind the scenes and stuff like that. So that is coming. So thank you so much for the request. I really appreciate it. But now back to this story. So yeah, we moved out of home when we were about 20. We bought a little puppy, we bought Macy. I've never really been the type of person to be on Kurt's back about when are we getting married, when are we doing this, anything like that. I always felt like he was really committed, so I didn't really feel like I needed that extra thing, kind of, I guess. Yeah, I mean, he'd been with me for so many years and he just bought a block of land with me. He was building a house with me. I definitely knew he had the commitment there. You're not going to go build a house with somebody if you're unsure. Then at the same time, if it was ever mentioned, I would always sort of say it would be ideal to be at least engaged before I fell pregnant. As most of you guys know, it didn't happen that way. So in January 2016, I found out I was pregnant with my beautiful daughter Milla. And as most of you know, it was definitely not the easiest pregnancy. I do have videos on YouTube about that as well. So yeah, our relationship was definitely under a bit of pressure at that time. I'm not going to lie to you guys and say, oh, everything was, you know, perfectly fine. It was definitely a bit of a rough time for us. But what doesn't kill you 100% makes you stronger. So once we found out when I'm so itchy, why do I keep scratching my face? So at 20 weeks pregnant, when I found out that Bub was going to be born with the cleft lip and palate, Kurt pulled me aside and had a little conversation with me. And he just sort of said to me, I was planning on proposing to you this year, regardless of before you even fell pregnant. And I was wanting to do it sort of ASAP, and he said to me, now that Bub has got this wrong, like, how do you feel about it? Like, I want to have a chat with you because I don't know how much this is going to cost. Like, I don't know what's going to go on with the surgeries. Like, are we going to be able to afford it? And should we save the money really for that? And I'm going to be totally honest, I broke down crying. It actually made me really happy that he had thought about it and he wanted to do it. But then again, it's not really the way that I wanted to know. So anyways, I just said to him, I said, she is the #1 priority. Like, right now, nothing else matters, and I 100% agree with you. I pretty much said to him, don't go wasting money on a ring. We need all the money we can get to help Bub with her surgeries and stuff. So I just said to him, honestly, don't feel bad. I was crying at the same time while I'm saying this. Of course he's going to feel bad. I was like, don't feel bad. I totally agree. And I was just like, I was actually quite happy that he had actually mentioned it, sat down with me and told me how he was feeling. It was bittersweet. I was super happy that he felt that way, but then at the same time I was like, damn it, like, it's not gonna happen yet. But I guess everything happens for a reason. I'm sure it will work out when the time is right. And we were totally right with what we did. We held that money aside just in case we did need it for Bub. So anyways, I sort of knew that he had wanted to do it, but I knew that it just wasn't the right timing, and I totally respected that, and I honestly felt the exact same way. So then about 10 weeks later, Kurt rushed in from work one day and he said to me, come on, let's go down the beach this afternoon. It's such a beautiful afternoon, let's go down the beach. And I was like, so heavily pregnant. I had my hair up in a messy bun, no makeup on. I was wearing my trackies and a jumper. It was in the middle of winter. And he's like, come on. And I remember him just rushing me like crazy. And I was like, Kurt, just give me a second. Like, let me have a glass of water. Let me just go to the toilet, do things that I need to do before I leave. But yeah, he was very like amped up and excited, and I was like, but to be honest, that's Kurt on a daily basis. He is a person that like gets overly excited about everything, and he gets like the worst FOMO in the whole entire world. That means fear of missing out. So like, he's just like one of those really energetic, like vibrant people. Like, that's just what he is like. So I was like, okay, all right. Like, I didn't think anything weird of it at all. I never even crossed my mind that he was going to propose to me. So he's walking down the beach and he's like rushing me, and I'm like, Kurt, like, slow down. I'm pregnant. I've got bloody an extra 15 kilos that I'm waddling around here. Like, no, slow down. Got down the beach finally, and we saw one of our neighbors fishing on the shoreline, and Kurt was just like, waved to him, kept walking down the beach, and I was like, what are we doing? We're gonna go for a walk. And he's like, yeah, let's go for a walk to your mum and dad's house. Now that I look back, it's because he didn't want to pop the question in front of the neighbor. So anyways, it was like a beautiful afternoon. Like, honestly, I'll insert a picture here for you guys of how beautiful the day was. It was like gorgeous day. We were just chilling, like sitting around, and oh my god, am I seriously gonna sneeze again? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Anyways, we were pretty much just standing there admiring the view and just chatting about Barb and stuff like that. And he got down on one knee and he just said to me, Kiara, I love you so much and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And I did not expect it at all. I started to cry and I was like, oh my god, yes, yes. And I said yes. And to be completely honest, when he first put the ring on my finger, I thought it was like a fake ring because I knew we couldn't afford it at the time. So I remember thinking to myself, oh, it's just like a plastic fake one. And I was like, oh yeah, so is this just like a fake one or something? He's like, no, like I went out and bought a proper ring. And I was a little bit frustrated, and I'm not going to lie, because I did want to save that money for other things. And he just basically said to me, I promise you, Kiara, I did not spend too much money on it. I just wanted to buy a ring and I wanted to ask you the question. He's like, and like the money thing I didn't really worry about too much. Like I didn't spend that much on it. And I was like, Kurt, I was like, I don't give a shit if you spent $1 on the ring. Like I honestly don't. But just to show you guys, it is freaking beautiful. Like that is the most gorgeous ring. I freaking, like, I love it. I love it. So yeah, I was just like, I was so stoked. And you know what? I was more stoked that he didn't spend a crap load of money on a ring as well. And you know what? People always ask me, I said to Kurt, I don't want to know how much it costs. I don't want to know where you get it from. Like, that's your personal, like, thing. But I'm like, I'm so happy with it and I love you and thank you. Like, I'm so glad you want to spend the rest of your life with me. Like, that's just amazing. But then people, I was really surprised, always ask Kurt, especially younger girls, always ask her, where'd you get it from? Where'd you get it from? How much did it cost? How much did it cost? And it's like, it's a bit freaking rude. Like, I'm sorry. And a lot of people probably don't understand the background and don't get it. Like, we didn't have a lot of money at the time, and we literally could not even afford for Kurt to really buy a ring, no matter how much it was worth. But I guess that's young people, and they don't really think of situations sometimes when they think, like when they speak about things. But just like when you ask people those questions, just think a little bit before you talk, because honestly, it really put pressure on, and people, like, there's a few people in particular kept asking all the time, how much is it? How much is it? Where'd you get it from? And I said to them, I don't know. I said, Kurt, do the whole thing, because I didn't want to know. And like I said, who cares? Like, I've got a friggin' ring. Like, my partner wants to marry me. He just told me he wants to be with me for the rest of my life, and you're just wondering how much it costs. Like, I don't know. I just find it a little bit rude. Sorry guys, that's a little bit negative. So now, rant over, done, moving forward. So when are we going to get married? We have no idea. We're definitely not in a rush or anything like that. Probably we'll wait until Miller is old enough to walk down the aisle, be flower girl or something like that. And honestly, I can probably see us having another baby before getting married. Not that that's happening anytime super soon, but I don't know. I just feel like to us it'd probably be more important for Miller to have a brother or sister close-ish in age than getting married. So I don't know. I reckon we might have a second baby and then get married. But who knows? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe as well. If you guys ever want to share any of my videos, honestly, go for it. You will make my day. But anyway, I hope you all have a fantastic day today, and I'll catch you all really soon.